Hey people, what's up? It's What to Tell here, and this is a request video I got from got on Tumblr, and it's from NathalieLovely, and she asked me to make her a video, and I said, "What about? What do you want me to talk about?" And what she then did, she sent me a bunch of questions which I have to answer. And so I'm just gonna do them in order. And Natalie, I just had to point it out. When you wrote me these messages, you wrote question number 3 2 times, so instead of 10 questions, it ended up as 11. So I just wanted to point that out for you. Question number 1. What is your favorite color? I got no specific favorite color actually. I prefer mostly dark variants of each color. Dark blue, dark red, but dark green, dark yellow, dark orange if you want, dark purple, dark pink, all kind of dark. I just find the dark color more appealing. Then maybe I just like that better. And we can just go on to question number 2. What is your full name? I can say it, but most likely I don't think that many people that watched this video will know how to say it the same way as I do, but because of the difference in language. But my full name is Stian Borgen Nyland. And for those, I can just take a short time explain it. Stian is my first name, the name I go by, and Borgen is the name I got from my mother, and Nyland is the name I got from my father. Yes, I'm born out of marriage. I'm a bastard. For those who don't know, a bastard, the real definition of a bastard is, or the original definition, is actually a kid born out of marriage. So, I'm a bastard. Why did you start following me? So Natalie, why did I start following you? And to find out, I have just had to take a quick look at the blog. And first of all, the title, if Ganondorf, you sexy bastard, and just that alone is, you know, that what's the word? First of all, that makes a huge point, because then you got to know, hey, there's some fun here, maybe some game related. And in the first one, yes, you post a lot of funny stuff, and you also like equal rights depending on sexual orientation, like gay or straight or whatever. I just want to point out I'm straight myself, but I'm pro gay rights, just so you know. And you post some I see sell the picture here, and you post a lot of stuff that I relate to and enjoy, so that's why I followed you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. What brings you joy? A lot of things, actually. I'm a child at heart, and I'm a 90s kid. I grew up with Disney, so of course Disney brings me a lot of joy, a lot of good memories there. Also making new memories pretty much whenever I can. And it's kind of hard to say because I'm what you may call a joyful person. You Most of the time you see me smiling. Um, I'm happy most of the time, actually, to be honest. When I say God, I feel I'm depressed, I don't mean like it's a huge depression. Then I might just be a little bit not happy just for about 5 minutes. Then I'm alright again. So I just said, what brings me joy? Just being me brings me joy because I'm 90% happy with who I am, and the last 10% I am working on to fix so I can become 100% happy of who I am. So me brings me joy. What are your top 3 favorite bands? Wow, you do. What is it with you and your hard questions? Well, I can say one that will always be my favorite is called Doctor Hook. They used to have shows under the name of Doctor Hook and the Medicine Show. It's an old group from back to 70s, late 70s, early 80s, and it's a stoner band, to be honest. If they were not high, stoned, or drunk, or whatever when going on stage, then they would get that. Then they would become on stage because they would start drinking on live, and you know, it's just a group that's done a lot of crazy stuff, and they make great music, and like for the effect, and they got a huge variety of music as well, because say they got one album called Top 20 or 40 Love Songs or something like that, and all of the songs are their own. And for example, if I say the title "When You're in Love with a Beautiful Woman," then it rings a bell maybe for someone. That's maybe, I think that's the song they're most known for. And for those of you who have followed me on Tumblr for a while, you might have seen me posting a few of their songs, because this is a group that I've been following pretty much all of my life, and I think I'm gonna do the rest of my life as well. But 3 favorite, I got 2 left. It's kind of hard to say, actually, because my music changes over time. The kind of music I listen to, like when I first like a band or a song, I don't get to a point I don't like it anymore. I just might like it sort of less for a moment time, and then I get to the point, oh, I want to listen to that song again. But no, I can just say that the only band I can say that is on my top 3 list is Doctor Hook, because that's a group I'm never gonna leave. How old are you? Well, might be the easiest questions of all. I'm 20. I'm turning 21 in the summer, the coming summer, so that should be fun. Favorite video game? Another hard question. I consider myself as a gamer, and I've been playing video games since I think I was 7 when I got my first video game system. And that was the Nintendo 64, and I played Mario 64. And I wish I had a Super Nintendo and all those older games. You know, when Commodore 64, I regret never tried. I played the Super Nintendo and like that, but never the Commodores, and I really want to try it. But my favorite video game, the one big, the all-time favorite video game must be The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. That's the one game what should I say? I have enjoyed the most over the longest time. It's the kind of game I can always go back to and enjoy, even if I know exactly what to do, exactly what to happen every time. And actually, that's what I've been doing that quite some times. Like, I'm thinking I'm bored, I'm starting a new save file on it and just play it for a few hours, and just it never stops amusing me or entertaining me. That's it. So, favorite video game of all time, without a doubt, must be Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. But I just want to point that I'm also a huge fan of the Pokemon series and the Gears of War and the God of War. So just so you know, those games are also high on my list. So just a pointer. Favorite video game system? I've been asked about this before, and I answered not by Natalie, but by someone else. I do not remember right straight away, but favorite video game system must be the Nintendo 64. It's the one I got the best memories, the best nostalgia and all that, and that's where most of my games I enjoy the most. And I just also want to point out, when everyone was playing PlayStation 2, Nintendo GameCube, and Xbox, and playing on the higher consoles, I was still playing on my Nintendo 64. I did not change out. The time I got a new console, that was the PlayStation 2, and that was not until the PlayStation 3 had launched. So I stayed faithful to Nintendo 64 for a long time. But nowadays I play on an Xbox 360, and my account is it's not that old. I got it when the Gears of War 3 came out, and so that's pretty much it. I bought an Xbox for play the Gears of War. So there you have it. So my favorite is Nintendo 64, but nowadays playing on Xbox. Would you maybe make me a sign? I had to ask you about this, and you said something like write your name or anything like that. So, like on my hand or anything, but I decided to do what you asked, but not do what you ask, so here's the result of that. Now what do you think? Please tell me if you like this or not. And this was made with my awesome skills in Photoshop. Funny question. How are my questions so far? That's kinda a good question. Your questions are they're interesting, full of variety, and you said you were gonna make a video too, and yeah, you asked me for a question. I just said, you know, take the ones you gave me. So just that one you can leave out because don't really need to answer that. This is the final one, so I have to make this good. So you have a silly story to tell. Now, silly story. Wow. I got one from my childhood, and this is back in 4th grade, I think. And before starting, I just need to point that as a kid, I was not the popular one. I was considered as a geek already at a very young age. And this happened during the fall, and it was a lot of rain going on, and these huge ponds of water were gathering everywhere in the schoolyard. And you know, 4th grade, still I was still dressed properly, you know, with my what to call it. I was dressed for outdoor activity. That's the best way I can put it, like with waterproof clothing and such. And what did happen? What was happened was that wow, that was a weird sentence. This huge, giant water pond had gathered at the bottom of a slide in schoolyard, and what I thought was fun was to slide through that and land and splash in this water pond. And as a result of this, my classmates found out of this, and I think I was doing this on my own, but they saw me and come back and they're like cheering me on, and like, whoa, do it again, come on, this is fun to watch. And I was like, oh yeah. So I was doing again and again and again, pretty much until the clock rang and we had to go in. And if I'm not mistaken, they were laughing pretty hard at me, but you know, I was just laughing back because I had a blast, you know. I was just having a great time and amusing myself, and jolly me did not, young me, for years I was going through not giving a crap about what people thought about me, and that was during this time. So I was laughing because I was having a good time, and they were laughing at me because I looked silly. And of course, as a result of this, I ended up with a tiny flu. Not big, I think I was sick for a day or something like that. Nothing big, but So there you have a silly story from my childhood. So and that's also the questions Natalie had for me. And I said, if I come up with any questions, Natalie, I would add them in this video, or say them, communicate them to you. But honestly, it's 6:30 in the morning, and my mind is not working as it should be right now because I had not sleep at all. So unfortunately, I have not come with any questions for you. So if you just want to do the same questions back for me, that much appreciated. And to you others who watch this, I'd say, if you're on Tumblr, I'd say NathalieLovely, NathalieLovely .tumblr.com. She's worth of checking out, and do follow her if you enjoy a blog, and maybe tell them that What to Tell sent you. See what happens. Okay, so this is What to Tell, signing off. Take care.